For the last 6 months, the NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership season has provided plenty of drama, plenty of great goals, and some fantastic football that we've seen throughout the 2026 season. And as we see, there is an arch of honour for Annie Halls from the Gladesville Ravens. And she says farewell to the Ravens at the end of the season. Well, that is unconfirmed. I will have hopefully someone confirm that for me very shortly, but it seems like it's an arch of honour to say all the best for future endeavours. But this is the final match, the beginning of the final match day of the 2026 season. 6 months later, we're here on the final round, and it is the opening match of the round. Gladesville Ravens looking to end the season, a disappointing season by their standards, currently 12th on the premiership table, looking to snap a 10-game streak of not having a win. They've had draws aplenty, but they've also had 4 consecutive losses, going up against Spirit FC, who can finish inside the top 10 tonight. It is going to be a great way to start this final match day of the 2026 NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership. Hello, it's Connor McNally. It's great to have your company on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel for the final match of the season for these two sides, as they're looking to finish with a flurry here at the Arctic Circle, Christie Park as we love to call it here. And it's going to be a very interesting night. Let's go through the two teams that will be lining up tonight. Firstly, Spirit FC, coached by Jai Cross, who took over the role from round 7. Elise Apadesano, is the goalkeeper, number 31. Erin Pridmore's the captain tonight in jersey 3. Shani Cooney Cross, number 4. Ruby Sullivan, number 6. Avani Prakash, number 7. India Bryan, number 8. Sky Halmaric, number 9. Harper Pell, number 17. Number 19 is Frankie Morrow. Tiana Fuller in number 20, and Naomi Chinama is in number 30. The substitutes, Michaela Gavranec in number 11, Talia Fascani in number 15. The substitute goalkeeper coming up from the under-16 side in the Girls Youth League, Zara Kafaf. Number 23 is Laura Hayes. Number 24, Charlotte Finnerty, and number 38, Lucy Hayes. For Gladesville tonight, their coach is Tony Candy, who is the caretaker goalkeeper tonight, coach, in place of Lauren Phelps, who's here tonight, by the way, with her partner and their little newborn named Winnie. And once again, we'd like to congratulate Lauren Phelps for a momentous occasion in her life. Annie Halls is the captain for tonight's match, and this is their starting 11 under Tony Candy. Eliza Coleman, number 1. Annabelle Daxo, number 3. Keisha Allen, number 4. Number 6, Gisela Pepino. Number 8, Annie Halls, as I said, the captain. Number 10, Hannah McNulty. Morgan Roberts, number 11. Angelina Scarmadella, number 12. Brianna Pacini, number 13. Kelly Shannon, number 17. And Zoe Caparidis in number 31. The substitutes, Till Kilbride, number 14. Josie Allen, 16. Michaela Kent, the substitute goalkeeper, in number 18. Lena Karmas is on the bench tonight in number 19. Natalie Sproul, 21. Phoebe Riley, 33. Miku Sanaga is in jersey number 39. So here we go. We're about to get things underway. The opening match of the final match day of the season. And it will be Michaela Ryan, the referee, that will get things underway here at Christie Park. The assistant referees are Amber Morris and Jaden Scarron-Guyville. Waiting for proceedings to get underway as we're seeing Amber Morris getting into position. He'll be the assistant referee on the western side of the field for this first half. So Tony Candy bringing in a very youthful side for tonight. Kelly Shannon making a start in the starting 11, as is Brianna Pacini. Notable to see Teal Kilbride and Lena Karmas starting on the bench tonight. Now, we're waiting for things to get underway because I think there's some issues with the goal on the northern end here at Christie Park. So Gladesville officials, along with our assistant referee Jaden Scarron-Guyville, just tending to a pressing matter that's happening on the northern end. Spirit FC will be running left to right of your monitors for this first half, and it will be Avani Prakash that will get the kickoff underway for Spirit. Gladesville will be running right to left of your monitors for this first half. As I said, Gladesville currently 12th on the premiership table coming into this weekend. They've come off the back of 4 consecutive losses, while Spirit FC can overtake Hills United tonight if they beat Gladesville and finish inside the top 10. We're underway. as Sky Halmaric kicks it high from that little assist by Avani Prakash, and quickly taken by Eliza Coleman. Gladesville have shown some signs of brilliance, particularly in this back end of the season, but as I said, they've had 4 consecutive losses. Their best performance in the most recent weeks was against Apia Leichhardt. Brian now playing the ball. Prakash is looking to receive it, but intercepted there by Daxo. Shannon trying to tackle Spirit there. Down now to Frankie Morrow. Morrow looking to get around Scarmadella. Pass to Harper Pell. Prakash. To the captain in Pridmore. Chinama now brings it up out of the centre circle. She'll go to her left. And Prakash. Pass it to Breyer inside the penalty area. Prakash brings it back. Shannon ready to apply some pressure. She offloads the ball. Let's not forget that Sky Halmaric has been a sensation for Spirit FC as Gladesville win the possession through Scarmadella. It will be Pepino now. He wins the ball. Held challenging the former Apia Leichhardt player. And foul conceded by Spirit. Will be a free kick to Gladesville. As I said, they have not won in their last 9 games. It's either been a loss or a draw. So it's been over 2.5 months since they last won. We saw last week Illawarra breaking a 2-month losing streak, a winless streak, as Daxo kicks it. They're headed away by Spirit, and they win the possession. Down now to the eastern side, to Breyer. Cash now with the ball. Gets around Shannon. Chinama. Intercepted and kicked away. Zoe Caparidis. That might have been Keisha Allen, it was. Yes, it was Caparidis, I'm sorry. Caparidis is at the centre of the penalty area, and it will be a throw-in to Spirit. On a very cold night here tonight. We're at the Arctic Circle, and it's aptly called the Arctic Circle with good reason. Daxo picks it up over the top. The ball kept in play by Spirit. Chinama, unfortunately kicks it out on the eastern side. It will be a throw-in to Gladesville. As I said, Tony Candy deciding to bring in a youth-focused side for tonight. Obviously focusing on assessing the future options for 2027. A team that many predicted would potentially play finals football this season, and it's been a very disappointing year all round for Gladesville. They have shown some glimmers of promise. There was a great game some weeks ago where they took on the Western Sydney Wanderers in atrocious conditions, it has to be said, and they played a 0-0 draw, and you thought that maybe that they could finish in the mid-pack. Spirit win the ball, but intercepted by Daxo, and now it will be Gladesville will play it. It will be chased by Pepino, but smothered there by Opatisano. She offloads it now down to Pell. Morrow and Scarmadella coming in to try and tackle. It will be a Gladesville ball. Bring it in. Free-headed down to Daxo, who plays the advantage. He's looking to find Roberts. McNulty tries to play the advantage. Daxo finds Morrow, but Pino steals it away. It's a good steal too for the former Apia player, but it's taken back by Morrow. Halmaric, former Sydney FC player, challenging Caparidis from the Newcastle Jet. And it will be a foul conceded by Gladesville. by Hills, not by Hills, sorry, by Spirit FC. Keith back in, as it always is the case every week. Free kick to Gladesville. Set piece in play. As Gladesville look to strike early. Prakash headers that one away. But it goes back into the direction of Scarmadella, will be challenged. And that'll be a throw into Gladesville. They look hungry early. Into the 6 minute of play, 5 minutes gone. Still New Orleans. Halmaric wins the possession. Daxo looking to challenge, as is Paparidis. And Paparidis will kick that out, throw into Spirit. Well, it's been a very interesting season for Spirit FC, no question, because the opening 13 rounds, by the time they got to the halfway point, they were stone motherless last without even a win to their credit. In fact, they went many weeks without even scoring a goal. There'll be a free kick to Spirit, and will be taken by Aaron Pridmore, the captain. The injection of Pridmore and Sky Halmaric. Shana Cooney Cross has transformed this team substantially, and now they look to finish inside the top 10 if they win tonight. Kick taken. In fact, the kick was taken by Towner Fuller, so my apologies there. I feel she's been a worthy addition as well. They win the ball again with Fuller. Unfortunately, Mora couldn't get a foot on that. Will be a throw into Gladesville. Coincidentally, their opening win of the season, Spirit, was against Gladesville in round 13, the halfway point of the season. So Spirit looking to go back-to-back with their victories against Gladesville in the local derby. As Pepino looks to win the ball, she does so and passes it to Daxo, and Daxo has to quickly offload it down to Pacini. Pacini looking for Roberts. She finds Roberts. Edge of the 18-yard box. He's looking to find Shannon. Maybe a throw into Gladesville in the 8th minute of play. And of course, this weekend is the weekend where either Bulls FC Academy or the University of New South Wales will decide who will win the NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership for 2026. Matches coming up this weekend. Of course, we kick things off here at Christie Park. Ball struck away by Spirit. Ball being challenged by Annie Halls, and now it'll be to Daxo. Taken back by Spirit. Down now to Morrow. On their right edge, and looking to pass it down to Chappelle. It's a good pass, but it will be intercepted by Caparidis. And the former Newcastle Jet will kick it out, and will be a throw into the Spirit. Now it's Pridmore, the captain. Long strike. Looking for Halmaric, headed away there by Keisha Allen. It will be a strike. It goes across the face for Spirit. It will be a goal kick. Tiana Fuller had an attempt at goal. And Liza Coleman just let that one go out. It'll be a goal kick to Gladesville. So final round this weekend. We kick things off here in Christie Park. And then you have to wait 2 days before the next little bit of action as Halmaric looks to win the ball. We'll pass it down now to Breyer. Breyer spinning around but struck away by Bacchini for Gladesville. Chinama brings it past the halfway line and was chased by Shannon. And that will go out and will be a throw into Gladesville. So the matches this weekend. 2 matches that have implications in terms of the premiership. We kick it off at 5 o'clock between the Uni of New South Wales and Hills United. If Uni win, they go to provisionally the top of the table and then need to wait on the result on Sunday between the Western City Rangers and Bulls FC Academy. That is a 5 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. Prakash looking to get around Shannon. And it will be a corner to Spirit FC. We'll come back to the fixtures in just a moment. And there's the first real opportunity for Spirit to put the score on the board. Headed in by Halmaric. What's the call? It will be a goal kick. So it was calling it was off Gladesville, but referee Michaela Ryan said it was off Spirit from the efforts there of Sky Halmaric, who won't be playing for Sydney FC in this season's upcoming A-League women's competition. Caparidis just let that one go out, and it will be a throw in to Gladesville. To the other matches, as I mentioned, New South Wales take on Hills of the Village Green Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock. Shannon looks to win it, but Pritmore seals it back. And that's Chinama to Spirit. Shannon applying plenty of pressure. A good steal too by Morgan Roberts. And foul conceded. Ashani Cooney cross. It will be a free kick to Gladesville. The other match on Saturday could have implications in terms of who will finish third, as Daxo's ready to take the free kick. Northern Tigers take on RP Leichhardt. My colleague Nicholas Kudniak will be calling that game live at North Taranara on Saturday night, 6:30 kickoff. It's a long strike by Daxo. Kicked out the penalty area by Tiana Fuller, and it will be a throw into Gladesville. The Sunday match is Illawarra playing their final home game of the season against the Macarthur Rams, going into this with their first win in 2 months last weekend against Hills United, winning 2-1. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff. The game's at 5 o'clock on Sunday. As I said, Western City Rangers in their final game in NPL New South Wales Women's as Halls will now look to have a shot. Looking to find Pepino. McNulty, but stolen by Spirit, and will be played by Morrow. Scornadella, her eyes do not leave the ball. In fact, it was Halls. It was Halls. It will be now held, but we'll bring it back in. As I said, Western City Rangers say farewell to NPL New South Wales Women's after this weekend. They return to Football New South Wales League One Women's, having been relegated. Officially confirmed last weekend. Scarmadella brings it back into play, looking to find Pepino, but that will come off the foot there of Morrow. It'll be another throw into Gladesville. And next year we will see the Southern District Raiders make their NPL New South Wales Women's debut in the top flight, joining their men's counterparts, having won the Football New South Wales League One Women's Premiership this season. And they play their semi-final this weekend in the League One Women's Championship Series. The Caparidis goes backwards, being challenged and hounded by Halmaric, as does Prakash. Daxo has to quickly offload it back to Coleman. So we can't wait to see what SD Raiders do next season in the heart of Sydney Southwest. Sydney University SFC play their final home game of the season at the Sydney University Football Ground, also at 5 o'clock against Manly United. And then in the battle for third, the Western Sydney Wanderers could either finish third or finish fourth, as the ball's been played by Turney Cross, struck now by Shannon. The Western Sydney Wanderers will play finals football for the first time since NPL New South Wales Women's was created in 2014. They'll take on Sydney Olympic to finish off the final match day of 2026. Oh, Daxo falls heavily, but that tackle is fine. Fuller. Chance now for Bribe, but she's outside the penalty area. Allen looking to challenge. Handed away by Halls to Daxo, and Daxo will play the advantage. It's a long strike. He's looking to find Shannon or at least Pepino. Chinama will just settle the ball back to Papadisano. Oh, Daxo with that tackle on Spirit and took a nasty fall. Foul conceded by Gladesville will rig a free kick to Spirit. Good news is the player is up and okay. That's the good news. Shiny Kenny Cross that took a tumble. Ball being won by McNulty, but the call is there will be a corner by the referee, Michaela Ryan. It will be Gladesville that will take the corner. Zoe Caparidis from the Newcastle Jet, who's been playing with Gladesville all season. Newcastle playing in the League One Women's Championship Series this year, having made the finals. But we'll have to play another season in the second tier as Cavaridis comes in. Headed in by Allen, that caught by Opatisano. A good header by Fisher Allen. Touch, and now will be Pepino. Good pass to Daxo, who's been captain for much of the season. Pretty cross. Good block by Diana Piccini. We've seen off the subs bench a number of times this season. And has also played in the under-23s as well for Gladesville. Halmarick being pressured by Allen and also Daxo. Also Pepino. Will find now Scarmadella, and she wins the ball. Good pass down to Pepino. Now to Shannon. Goes crossfield, but will find Cooney Cross instead. 18th minute of play, still 0-0 between Gladesville and Spirit FC. Spirit looking to finish inside the top 10. Gladesville looking to break a winless streak of 9 games. Throw into Spirit. A big crowd tonight. Of course, end of season for many of the grades. And of course, Gladesville having a barbecue to celebrate the end of season. Chinama goes down to Pell. Has Morrow ready to take the assist. Scarmadella puts a challenge in, and then it'll go out. Throw into Spirit. Well, McNulty helped Pepino win the ball there. Now it will be chased, but unfortunately for Morgan Roberts, she couldn't get her foot on the ball in time. Prakash, who scored a goal in round 11, which was their first match in many, many rounds. I think it was from at least round 4. In the last game that they had a goal before, they went for a goalless streak. It was against the Uni of New South Wales. That game, it was won by the Uni of New South Wales, 8 goals to 3. But Prakash definitely deserving to put her name in the record books with that goal against the Uni of New South Wales, the students. Down to Morrow with Scarmadella again, applying plenty of pressure. Halmarick getting some instructions from Jai Cross, who had the unenviable task of taking over as the caretaker coach a third of the way into the season, and he's done very, very well, particularly in the second half of the season. They haven't had a few wins in the last few weeks, but there's signs of hope. Pepino was looking to win the ball there. She couldn't get a foot on it in time. Scarmadella again, applying a pressure on Morrow. And good dribble, coming in Caparidis. And what's the call by Michaela Ryan, the referee? She said it's a free kick. Free kick or a throw in? It's a throw in. Cooney cross. Flicked away by Keisha Allen. Scamadella down to Pepino again. Finds Shannon. Good play with the feet there to Pepino. Challenge there with Pell. Calls for a foul. It's fine, according to referee Ryan. But intercepted by Spirit. Back to Halls, the captain tonight. And now it'll be Daxo. And Daxo, he came back midway through the first half of the season after recovering from a knee injury last year. Prakash now. They go, now settle back and go forward again here, Spirit. And again, Scamadella proving to be a bit of a thorn in the side. Halmaric and Caparitas challenging with the ball, and unfortunately for Caparitas, she concedes a foul for Gladesville. Free kick. This weekend, as I said, premiership on the line. Bulls FC Academy lead the premiership on 58 points, 2 clear of Uni of New South Wales. And if the Uni of New South Wales lose to Hills on Saturday afternoon, Bulls will win the premiership. They basically need a win or a draw if Uni take the win. And even if they do take the draw, they'll still win the premiership because of a superior points goal difference, I should say. Third at the moment, Ampia Leica. Fourth, the Western Sydney Wanderers on 49. Then the Northern Tigers and Sydney Olympic equal on 36 points. But Northern Tigers are currently fifth with a superior goal difference over Olympic. McNulty comes in. She'll pass it back now to Caparitas. Caparitas brings it up inside Spirit territory. Good pass by Scamadella to Caparitas as she looks to get around Halmaric. And a good tackle by Halmaric as well. Throw into Gladesville. Pepino just lets that ball settle. Challenged by Halmaric, and she wins the ball for Spirit. And again, Caparitas going to steal the ball back. Just looking at the table, but once again, Manly on 7th position with 33 points. A point ahead of MacArthur on 32. They can, if they win on the weekend, they could look to go up to 7th position because they're taking on Illawarra on Sunday. Sydney University, what a disappointing season, or the second half of the season it's been for the students. Having been in prime contention to play potentially finals football, they were outside of it, sitting in 5th position for much of it. And in fact, at one point, they were inside the top 4. Currently in 9th position. It's been a very disappointing second half of the season as Chinama kicks it over the top, but we'll find Scamadella. Morrow going to steal it. Halls, a good pair of feet there to Shannon. And Shannon looks to go forward. Got around Breyer. Chance now for McNulty. Passes it down to Morgan Roberts. She'll have a strike, long range, or will be headed away by Pridmore. Prakash. Breyer again. Gets around Bacchini. And Keisha Allen denies Sky Halmaric a chance to have a strike at the ball, and it will be a throw into Spirit. So, as I said, Sydney University currently 9th on 31 points. Jesus, what could have been for Sydney Uni after such a strong start to this season. 10th, Hills United. They'll be hoping that a draw will happen tonight, and then they'll need to hopefully beat the Uni of New South Wales. So they're having a look at the goal difference. They will still finish 10th regardless if Spirit get the draw tonight. So they'll be hoping for a top 10 finish, Hills United. What's the call by assistant referee Amber Morris? She says it's a throw into Gladesville, and they play on McNulty. He loves to spin some discs in her spare time. Quite apt with the scratching of the discs away from the football field. Caparitas to Pepino. Personal trainer away from the football field. Now it's Scamadella. By Pridmore. And Now Brian. Oh, but it comes off the feet there of referee Ryan, and Ryan has to stop the play because it was interfered by a match official, so she has to stop the play. It's in the international rules of football, as per FIFA. Creedmoor, the captain, will go long. We'll find Hal Marrick. She now offloads it to Morrow. At the moment, Spirit and Gladesville 11th and 12th on the premiership table coming into this final round. Spirit with a win last week. Gladesville coming into this with the back of 4 consecutive losses. Illawarra, second last. They're safe because of a massive win last week over Hills United. They'll finish second last on the table. It will now be played. Good steal by McNulty. She stole it from Pell. Now it's Pepino, and she dribbles it up towards the halfway. Will be challenged by Pell. Pepino, what a run. Will be a throw into Gladesville. And as I said, final at the bottom of the table on 11 points, saying farewell to the competition after 2 seasons will be the Western City Rangers. That's the table coming into this weekend. Allen. We're looking to go crossfield, but finds Shana Fuller instead. Now it's Allen. Cheney couldn't quite get her foot on the ball quick enough, and it will be a throw in. 27th minute of play here. Still no war between Gladesville and Spirit. I hope you're rugged up and nice and warm wherever you're watching on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. It's been real football homegrown all season long. And we hope you've enjoyed every game that we've brought to you across the year. Morrow keeps the ball in play. She'll have a strike at goal, but unfortunately it is off target and goes over the top of the side of the net. That was worth a try for Frankie Morrow. Let's not forget, with Sky Halmarick in Spirit side, of course, a young Matilda in her own right. Interesting to see what Halmarick does for A-League Women's next season. As Chinama was looking to find Morrow, and now it's Kaparidis. Intercepted by Prakash. Good intercept as well. Another young Matilda. And that'll be a foul conceded by Gladesville. Spirit with the free kick. And of course, final round of NPL New South Wales men's this weekend. We already know that Sydney Olympic, for the first time since 1979, will be relegated to Football New South Wales League One men's. First time since, as I said, 79 in the old system. It's first tier, second tier in state football. As the free kick comes in, there was a 2-person wall there, but nicely caught by Coleman for Gladesville. First time in the NPL era that Sydney Olympic will be relegated. They do, of course, have the Australian Championship coming up. Of course, all matches of the Australian Championship, as Kaylee Shannon was almost ready to steal that ball away, and she's applying quite a bit of pressure already. Chinama had to quickly offload that as well towards Spirit's left edge. Chinama getting around, using good adaptation there. Roberts. Right, it was Bacchini, I'm sorry. The ball will go out, and will be a throw-in to Spirit FC. And like I said, this weekend, of course, Spirit Who's back in again? Sydney Olympic will be playing the Australian Championship, and as I said, all matches at the Australian Championship exclusively on SBS and SBS On Demand. The competition kicking off on October 16. Ball being saved by Spirit. Of course, we now know who is going to be the Football New South Wales representative, the NPL New South Wales men's representative, the Sutherland Sharks, winning that promotion spot into the Australian Championship. Congratulations to the Sharkies. As Prakash offloads it to Breyer. Looking to find Ruby Sullivan. Prakash again. Sullivan looks for Halmara, kicked away by Daxo. Finds Shannon. It was McNulty that found Shannon. And now she passes it back to Guccini. Looks to find Roberts, and Chinama looking to... It wasn't Chinama, it was looking to muscle up. It was, looks like it was Breyer. Into the 32nd minute. Still 0-0. Halmaric challenging Caparitas. Down to Daxo. A little bit of open space, and she'll have a strike, but intercepted there by Breyer. The Spirit faithful cheering on their team. Breyer couldn't play the advantage. Finds McNulty. Now it's Shannon. Chance for Scarmadella, but unfortunately offside is the call by assistant referee Scarron Geithel and also the referee Michaela Ryan. So goal kick to Spirit FC. In fact, it will be a free kick to Spirit FC. And the final matches this weekend in the final match day of the season. Kicks off all on Sunday. All matches on Sunday for the Football New South Wales, NPL New South Wales men's competition, and all matches on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Maybe a throw into Gladesville. Sydney Olympics say farewell to NPL New South Wales men's this weekend at Belmore Sports Ground. They'll take on Sydney FC. The Wollongong Wolves take on Manly United. Blacktown City take on the Western Sydney Wanderers, the academy side. Marconi take on Spirit FC at Marconi Stadium. Rockdale Willingdon take on the Uni of New South Wales. Apia Leichhardt take on St George City. Sydney United 58 will take on St George FC. And Sutherland will take on the SD Raiders to finish off the final round, the final match day of the men's premiership. We now know that the premiers for this season's competition are, of course, the Marconi Stallions. Apia Leichhardt, I'm sorry. They haven't. I almost the wrong team. It is Apia Leichhardt at the premiers once again. Congratulations to Apia. Pridmore and Shannon. Pridmore kicks it out, and there'll be a throw in to Gladesville. In terms of the promotion relegation battle between NPL and, of course, Football New South Wales League One, Northern Tigers in that prime spot in second in the League One men's competition. And of course, St George FC currently in that promotion relegation position. In fact, and what a goal! What a goal! Gladesville take the lead. And what a goal it was too. A much needed goal for Gladesville, and they take the lead. And it was Hannah McNulty that got the job done. Well done to Hannah McNulty. So it's Gladesville Ravens 1, Spirit FC 0 in the 35th minute of play. And now, Tiana Fuller, she might look to try and equalise the score. She offloads it now. to Halmaric. She'll have a strike, but will go over the top. Scarmadella looking to get in the way there. Halmaric keeps the ball in play. And good steal too. Comes off the head there of Morrow. Pridmore keeps the ball in play. What a goal by Hannah McNulty. That was brilliant. She assisted in the goal for Morgan Roberts against Apia a couple of weeks ago, played by Halls, and looking to find Kelly Shannon. Now Buccini trying to get the ball for Gladesville, but it'll be Prakash for Spirit. Weighing up her options, looks to offload it. And it will be a corner. Well, in fact, it will be a throw-in. Prakash now. On the edge of the 18-yard box. Pridmore. Finds Halmaric again. Halmaric had Bry ready to take the offload. Was played by Spirit, but now will be Scarmadella looking to find Shannon. Shannon wins the ball. Now to Roberts and looks to find McNulty. McNulty. Oh, geez. I would love to win this game, Gladesville, and break a 9-game winless streak. Chance now. Intercepted by Pridmore. Down to Fuller. And Fuller kicks it out of the penalty area. Finds Halmaric. Prakash and Caparidis challenging for the ball. Who's going to get it first? The ball just rolls out and will be a goal kick to Gladesville. Well, it's the third goal of the season, Hannah McNulty. But now a chance for Breyer. Not quite within range. Was in the goal area, but not on target. And it was collected there by Liza Coleman. Down to Pepino, who looks to try and keep the ball in play, but unfortunately not able to, and it will be a throw-in. Harper Pell will bring it back in for Spirit. Pass there by Breyer. That will be played by Daxo. Now she'll find Shannon and has got a number of options, and she was ready to pass it to Morgan Roberts, but Roberts not quite there. In fact, he was within range of goal too. And was picked up by Opposano. So in the 39th minute, Gladesville lead this one. It's been a while. Gladesville Ravens 1, Spirit FC 0. Ball being won. McNulty. Roberts down to Pepino. Was looking to have a strike, intercepted by Pell, and they win the ball now. Prakash looks to find Cooney Cross. Goes down to Frankie Morrow. Now will be Keisha Allen that will look to get around Morrow. Prakash. Again, Daxo. Good pass here. Down to Pepino. Daxo. Brings it up to the Perrier. She'll have a striker goal. Almost. Almost. Shannon keeps the ball in play. She'll now have a look to have a strike. But Breyer plays it. She offloads it to Prakash and back to Breyer. Came off the feet there of Halls. They still have the possession here, Spirit, and great passing. Morrow down to Breyer. Into the final 5 minutes of this first half. Striker goal. Fuller, but headed away. Scarmadella to Pepino. Chinama was ready to attack. Chance now for Kaylee Shannon. There's open space. She's got Pridmore chasing. She'll look to have a striker goal. Oh, almost. Almost fumbled by Elisa Patisano, but she kept it in possession and out of the mouth of the goal. And Gladesville could have gone 2-0 up before the halftime break. Scarmadella. To Pepino. Now to Caparitas. I've called her Caparitas all season, and I do apologise to Zoe and her family. It is Caparitas. Pepino. She'll have a striker goal. Blocked. Patisano again. So that's 2 strikes at goal. Both on target. And Gladesville just unlucky they haven't been able to add another goal. Scarmadella wins the ball. To Allen. Coming in was Pell, and she came in with a bit of steam as well. So it'll be played by Chinama, and offside's the call. It will be a free kick to Spirit. So approaching half time. The only goal so far in the match to Gladesville, Hannah McNulty, putting her name in the book, with her 3rd goal of the season. Hell. And Pepino again. She's been good. Good attempt of a tackle there by McNulty to Halls. Bacchini looks to find Roberts. Pridmore intercepts and thinks better of it. But Desana has to react quickly because Shannon was ready to come in. Chinama quickly offloads it down to Morrow. Fuller says, let's go forward. Now it's Scarmadella. Scarmadella brings it up to the centre circle, but Cooney Cox intercepts and wins the ball. He played, chance for Morrow. Inside the penalty area. Hesitates to Halmarick. She mistimes it. Has to chase for it. Oh, I felt that. And Halmarick is going to get a yellow card. The studs were up, went into the leg there of Hannah McNulty. And Halmarick is like, what? That looked painful. She can't believe it. Halmarick, but McNulty not feeling, well, she felt quite a lot of pain as a result. Halmarick is still rather perplexed by what's happened there. But McNulty, good news is she's okay, but geez, that's painful. So, Halmarick in the book, and it will be a free kick to Gladesville. Jackso to take the free kick. It's a long-range kick. And McNulty finds Scarmadella. Now Bicaparitas. Tony Candy shouting instructions as Pepino. Well, she was looking to chase her, but has to let Chinama just let the ball roll out, and will be a goal kick to Spirit as they're into the final minute before stoppage time. Pepino's challenging there with Pell, as is Shannon. She's had a good game so far too. She's had a few attempts at goal. Definitely this youth approach that Tony Candy has brought in tonight has definitely paid dividends so far as Halls wins the ball to Roberts. Free kick to Gladesville. So look to try get another goal before half-time. We're approaching stoppage time here in Christie Park. Gladesville on track at the moment. Now we're in stoppage time. On track to potentially break a 9-game winless streak. They've had 5 draws and 4 losses in those last 10 weeks. The free kick about to be taken. Set piece in play for Gladesville. Headed out by Spirit, but smothered by Scamadella for Gladesville. Looks to find Halls, and Halls goes down to Bacchini. Bacchini looks to find Allen and looks to find Roberts. Breyer getting in the way there. Long kick by Spirit, but we'll find Bacchini as we're approaching half-time. Nolte finds Roberts. Good kick over the top. She'll have a strike. Keeps it out. Giuseppe Desano. Breyer now brings it up. She'll go long. Open space now for Morrow. She'll now look to find Breyer. Looks to find Halmarick. And that is half-time. As McNulty just, well, she was looking to strike out, but she's a little disappointed that the half-time whistle blew. But she's the one that has put Gladesville in front. The score right now, Gladesville Ravens 1, Spirit FC 0. High fives all round for Gladesville as they look to try and finish off a season that promised so much but has been quite disappointing on many, many fronts. But hopefully this could be the match that could turn things around as they look ahead to 2027. Spirit FC, they've had their chances, but they've got some work to do going into the second half. We'll take a break here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel and be back for the final 45 minutes of the season for both of these teams. It's Gladesville that lead 1-0 over Spirit FC. Back soon.
Halmarick sending that one out to Morrow. Morrow cutting inside. She gets the shot away and bottom corner there. Excellent shot coming in from Frankie Morrow. Prakash running at the Manly defence. Puts it through to Breyer. Breyer cuts inside, shoots. And there you go. A second goal for Spirit. This time from India Breyer. Gives Manly the chance to go forward. Out on that far side with Dale. She's running in at Pell. And Sienna Dale puts it in and in the back of the net. Manly have one back. Halmarick crosses it in, finds Frankie Morrow, and that is the third goal for Spirit.
The white jersey with green striping, black shorts and white socks. Oh, for Bulls FC Academy, the hosts are on the attack here through Jade Grishon. Cross into the middle. It's bounced in off the inside post. And the Bulls have opened up the scoring just moments after half-time. Short pass out here to Daniela Naimi, who's able to get it away from Isabella Keats. Through for Phillips, who's... Blake stays down. Phillips rounds the keeper. Put in by Jade Grishon. Olivia Riddell stands to the assistant referee. Jade Grishon has a brace.
Sakura Najima on the far side. Plummer scored the goal last week for MacArthur in that 1-1 result with Northern Tigers, and there's the opening goal of the day. Goes the way of Western City Rangers. Catalina Wazinski. Malone. Slides it wide. Amendolia on the tightest of angles. Cross the face of goal. The rebound sits up for MacArthur. Second effort off the post. Third effort, it's in. Santos puts it home. Corner on the left for MacArthur. Cassar swings it into the spot. Headed up and in. Goal comes to MacArthur, and I think it was Santos getting the final touch. On the edge of the area, Najima on the left, off the crossbar. Santos, second effort for the hat-trick. There it is. Now work to crossfield. Rangers, can they do something late? Holder slides it in. Gordon, it's been turned in. I think that'll count as an own goal, but it's a goal to the Rangers nonetheless.
Apia now heavily involved in the Central Coast Mariners. You see a diagonal pass here out to Alvina Koshava. Bending cross, me and Natalia in the middle, and she scores! Oh, danger here. Gulabovsky caught in possession by Musa. Bennett with an open net, and Wanderers have two. So Ashley Letter, who's been starved of chances, wastes no time over the penalty and scores. And Apia are back in business. Exactly what they needed at the start of the second half, and now they might wipe out the deficit in the blink of an eye. Petro caught in possession from kickoff. And as the ball squeaks into the box, Letter lays it off. Fonsong can! Comeback complete! Apia have roared back into the game, and it's 2-2. Lancaster is going to chase this all the way up to Annabelle Kroll. Oh, a misplaced pass. Crofts is going to score, and Apia are going to go in front. A misplaced pass out from the back, and it's a total gift to Ashley Crofts. Steele second. Here's Captain Ellis with a low drive. And the follow-up from Jasnos. Apia have got a fourth, and Jordan Jasnos, too much power to be dealt with.
Huxley holding her ground. Murray trying to go around the outside, gets the cross in, and Ashley's up. Makes the ball very well at the back post. Sydney University opened the scoring in the 8th minute. Owen, they've got numbers on the right. NSW. Cross comes in the flick on. The header from Lemon, then Collins equalises for the University of New South Wales. To get your footing on this surface. Collins into the box. Ava Collins off the crossbar. It's there for Hammond. And UNSW are in front.
We kick off a little earlier than normal. We kick off for Brooke Hasty as she wins it. But now, a chance now for Illawarra. They win the possession. They'll have a strike. Block there. Strike now. And Illawarra score. Ruby Egan-Brown scores. So pressure now for Maddie Iro. Strikes it. And that will do it for Illawarra. Kasha to Tavares. They win the possession here through Sino. Here's a chance now for Tavares. She gets one back. It's not over yet.
Tussle there. Well won by Petkovsky. Tries to shrug off the defender and hits the back of the net. What a wonderful start for Olympic. She hesitated. Should have got rid of that ball earlier, but did really well to win it back. And it's now with Ruby Nathan, who sends it low. Ruby Nathan! I don't know if that was the real intention.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through raffle ticks. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
about to get back underway here at Christie Park. The final 45 minutes of the season between Gladesville and Spirit FC as Hannah McNulty gets us back underway for the second half. Shannon looks to pass to McNulty. She'll have a striker go again. And Opatisano dies on that one, but that one just passed her, sails past her. And that'll be a goal kick to Spirit FC as we get back underway. Had to rush back just in time as I was waiting for my coffee. And of course, the canteen staff here by the Gladesville Ravens doing an absolutely tremendous job. So if you've just joined us, Prakash collides legs there with Caparitas, and it will be a free kick to Spirit FC. As I said, if you've just joined us, Gladesville leading this one 1-0. And it will be Shannon now to McNulty. We'll pass it now to Daxo. Strike now for Pepino, but that one way off target. And it was McNulty that got things on the scoreboard for Gladesville. And they lead this match 1-0. As they look to snap a 9-game winless streak. And another tackle on Prakash. And the foul conceded by Gladesville again. Prakash in the wars already in this opening stanza of the second half. She takes the free kick. And it'll be played by Pell. It's back to Halls, and now will be Keisha Allen. That was Caparitas. Allen and Caparitas, and also Daxo have got very similar hairstyles. Shannon was looking to play the advantage, but intercepted by Chinama. To the second minute, 2 minutes gone, third minute of play in this second half, 48th minute. And of course, there's a special competition that's currently on right now, all raising money for defibrillators, because every beat matters in Football New South Wales. If you're watching the halftime break, a little promotional film about every beat matters. There's Piccini applies a lot of pressure there on Ruby Sullivan, and the foul conceded by Gladesville. Free kick to be taken by Sullivan to Chinama. Because every beat matters, as I said. Because we need more defibrillators at sporting venues, because life can happen in an instant, and if you suffer a heart attack, that is something that you need a defibrillator to help you in the worst case of scenarios, as the ball's kicked away there by Liza Coleman. So with Football New South Wales, and of course supported by St John Ambulance and of course Toyota, there's a special competition, a raffle that's been held right now, where $5 gets you a ticket into the draw to win a Toyota Corolla ZR hatch. And that's happening right now. So just $5 a ticket. Go to the Football New South Wales website and click on the links respectively. Or go back to the halftime break on this stream right now and use your QR code. Find the QR code and click on it so you can donate to a worthwhile cause to help fund Football New South Wales, buy more defibrillators for all the associations in the Football New South Wales sphere. A goal kick to Gladesville. 5th minute in the second half. We're approaching the 50th minute of play. And it is still Gladesville 1, Spirit FC 0. McNulty, as I said, scoring her 3rd goal of the season. And it's been a long time since she last scored a goal. We've got to go back to round 9 of the competition. And that was against the MacArthur Rams. Prakash wins the ball now for Spirit. Down to Pridmore. Played now by Pell to Morrow. And that'll be a throw into Spirit. Prakash. Chinama down to Sullivan. And now it'll be Fuller. She looks to get around Bacchini. Sullivan moves forward to Breyer, but the ball and the intercept played by Shannon. She looks now to pass to Pepino. Some open space. She'll have a strike at goal, but straight down the gullet for Opadesano. Another attempted goal for the former Arpia player who spent her first full season this year with Gladesville. Halls. Down to Prakash. Offloaded to Sullivan. Breyer. Down now to Pell. The last time Gladesville won, we're going to go back to round 16 as it goes across the face. And it will be a goal kick to Gladesville as it is. Bacchini's been tended to there by Fisher Allen. Caparitas brings it back up towards the centre circle. She goes along to find Pepino. Pepino will play the advantage. Comes off Chinama. Will be chased now. Roberts. The ball will go out. Will be a throw into Gladesville on the eastern side. Yeah, the last game that Gladesville won was 6-0 over the Western City Rangers, and of course the Rangers will be relegated back to Football New South Wales League One Women's next season after this weekend. So it's been almost 10 weeks. Pepino again. Quickly offloads it to Shannon. Shannon will have a strike at goal. Oh, almost. What an attempt there by Kaylee Shannon, and almost on target. Well, maybe Tony Candy's ploy of going with a youthful side is paying off. And again, McNulty will have a strike. Again, off target. So, back-to-back attempts at goal by Gladesville in the last couple of moments. Spirit are under quite a bit of pressure right now. Chinama to Pridmore, the captain. It's been a very long time since then. They've had a loss to Illawarra, a draw against the Wanderers, which I called back in round number 18, a loss to Manly, a draw against UNSW, a draw against Bulls FC Academy, as Prakash wins the ball for Spirit, pressured by Shannon, down now to Chinama, but Roberts intercepts and will now look to find Shannon. She'll look to play it. And what's the call? It will be a corner? I think it is a corner. Yes. So it will be Annie Daxo that will take the corner. But more importantly, whilst it has been disappointing, particularly in this second half of the season for Gladesville, the fact that they've held the two premiership protagonists to draws, that's UNSW and Bulls FC Academy, proves that Gladesville, on their good days, prove to be very competitive as Daxo comes in. That's the call. It will be a goal kick to Spirit. Then, of course, in the last 4 weeks, they've had losses to MacArthur. 5-0 lost back in round 22. A 4-2 loss against Arpia. The match against MacArthur was called by Ollie Walker-Peel. Hi, Ollie, if you're watching. The game I called back in round 23 was at Lambert Park. Gladesville really took it up to Arpia as well, but Arpia too good with the efforts of actually Letta back in double, as did Talia Capitanellis. Zoe Caparitas brings it up. She looks to pass it to Pepino, but too much petrol in the tank on that kick, and that'll be another goal kick to Spirit. Hills beat Gladesville back in round 24, 4-0, and then last week out at the Crest Oval out at Bass Hill, Sydney Olympic, 2-0 winners over Gladesville. So the last 4 weeks have been a very disappointing run, and I can see Lena Karmas getting ready to warm up on the sideline on what is a very cold evening, and also Teal Kilbride ready to warm up and get herself ready to come into the match. So used to seeing Karmas and Kilbride in the starting lineup. McNulty down to Pepino. She looks to get around. Well, headed away there by Chindama. She was looking to get around Pell. Pepino. Down now to Fuller. And Tiana looks to full Bacchini. And pass it now to Breyer, but Sullivan keeps it in play. Chinama with Shannon. Gee, she's been pressuring so much this evening. And again, she was looking to eye off to Opadesano. She offloads it down to Pridmore. Now to Prakash once again. Shannon, she almost intercepted and stole the ball. Had she done that? Geez, what a way to try and attempt a goal there. So 57th minute, still Gladesville 1. Spirit FC nil as Prakash dribbles it up past the halfway. Now to Fuller. She'll now look to pass it to Sullivan. Sullivan gets the ball. Roberts looks to challenge. She'll have a strike here, but struck away by Gladesville. It was Keisha Allen that struck away. Chinama. Sunday, very interesting also because Sydney Olympic will take on the Western Sydney Wanderers. Of course, Wanderers looking to finish third, but they might finish fourth as Prakash will now look to, well, Hal Marrick was ready to come in and strike it in. Away from the potentially clutching hands there of Eliza Coleman. The Coleman picked it up quickly. Oh, pull on the tug on the jersey there by Caparitas there on Hal Marrick. And there will be a yellow to Caparitas. So both teams have got a yellow card apiece. Coincidentally, it was Hal Marrick that got the first yellow of the match back in the first half. Kilbride and Karmas ready to come into the match. They'll be waiting on the sideline. They have a chat with assistant referee Amber Morris. It will be a free kick, and it will be Hal Marrick that will look to try and equalise the scoreboard. A four-person wall right in front of Hal Marrick by Gladesville. Can Spirit equalise here? Got off target, unfortunately, for the former Sydney FC youngster. So substitutions about to be made. So Hannah McNulty will be finishing up for the night, as will Brianna Pacini. Lena Karmas comes in, as does Teal Kilbride. McNulty will finish the season with a goal on the scoreboard. Well done, Hannah. Her third goal of the year. And I think she'll be very, very happy with her contribution for the night. But now, the big guns are in to the lineup now with Karmas and Kilbride. Karmas, of course, a former Matilda in her own right. Played A-League Women's for the Wanderers for many years. Shannon now looks to get around the Spirit side. It'll be Daxo. Oh, kicks it over the top to Karmas. Karmas, she settles the ball and strikes it. Struck away by Opadesano. Immediate impact by the former Matilda. And it will be a corner to Gladesville. Talking about making an impact from the get-go. Lena Karmas. So the corner to be taken by Daxo. Karmas this season has scored 12 goals for the Ravens as Daxo comes in. Headed away by Spirit. Will be Halls that will collect the ball. Caparitas gets around Frankie Morrow. Pepino kicks the ball in play on the eastern side. Looks to get around Pell. Couldn't do that, and they steal the ball now. Hal Marrick being challenged by Caparitas. Will now be played by Sullivan down towards Fuller, and the call is it's A foul conceded by Gladesville. Free kick. So approaching the 60th minute of play. Breyer back to Sullivan again, and Roberts applying loads of pressure as he looks to steal the ball. Back to Breyer once again. Breyer again being pressured by Daxo. Daxo says that's a play down to her teammate Roberts. Now it's Karmas. And the former Matilda is looking to find Shannon, but intercepted there by Cooney Cross. And now it'll be Pridmore. Cooney Cross is looking to play the advantage, but ball goes out. It will be a throw into Gladesville. So if you've just joined us here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel, Gladesville leading this one 1-0. Hannah McNulty, the goal scorer in the first half. As Prakash wins the ball for Spirit. Dribbles it up towards the centre circle. And Daxo attempting plenty of pressure to steal it. And Gladesville get the ball back. Now it'll be Allen down to Morgan Roberts, who has had the captaincy armband a couple of times this season. He scored a wonderful goal against Apia back in round 23. Janama quickly passes it to Fuller. Unfortunately, will go out, but it will be a throw into Spirit. Janama to take the free kick. Bertini goes long to find Halmarick. Being pressured there by Kilbride. Strike now by Cooney Cross. It will go across the face and it will be a goal kick to Gladesville. To be taken by Coleman. I'm really looking forward to the matches on the weekend. Most notably, Spirit FC taking on Hills United at the Village Green. They know that the premiership remains very much on the line. Of course, they are the Sapphire Cup champions. The first British Trophy silverware since they won the League One Women's Premiership back in 2023. And looking to get their first championship as Karmas and Chinama were challenging for the ball, and it will be Spirit that win it through Cooney Cross. Good steal by Shannon. It'll be struck away by Halls. We'll find Karmas. Karmas brings it up towards the penalty area. Quick offload now to Pepino. She'll have a strike at goal, but goes again into the safe hands of Opatisano. That's her third, potentially fourth attempt at goal tonight for Gisela Pepino. Holmes down to Kilbride. And Prakash has to, well, she was looking to apply some pressure. Kicked away by Coleman to Annie Halls. Wearing the captain's armband tonight. I think it will be her last game for Gladesville. Struck now by Fuller. Oh, getting her fingertips on that over the top was Coleman, and it will be a goal kick. In fact, doesn't touch the ball, but tried to get her hands on it, or her fingertips on it. But it will be a goal kick to Gladesville. A shout out also, by the way, to a colleague of ours. You've heard him probably a number of times this season in Football New South Wales, across the games on YouTube, and also in other forms of football, particularly in the NRLW and, of course, New South Wales Cup for the New South Wales Rugby League. James Preston, who was supposed to have called this game tonight, but unfortunately he's been struck down with the lurgy. So, James, we wish you all the best in your speedy recovery, and hope to hear your dulcet tones across the screens of wherever you're calling soon. Roberts looks to try and get around Sullivan. Keisha Allen passes it back now to Kilbride. Kilbride weighs up her options to Daxo. She passes it back to Keisha again. Halmarick again. I like what I see about Sky Halmarick. I'm very surprised, like I've said before, why Sydney FC did not keep her on for this coming A-League women's season, as Roberts looking to settle the ball, and it will be another throw into Gladesville. 21st minute of the second half, 66th minute of play. As the clock winds down for the 2026 season for both of these sides. As Daxo wins it, was looking to find Karmas. Prakash wins the ball down to Fuller. Good bit of play here. Fuller keeps the ball in play. She'll now strike it long. Unfortunately, Halmark had to dive out of the way. Shannon looks to win the ball. Good kick over the top. Roberts looks to chase it. Chinama gets her feet on the ball quickly. And it will be a throw-in to Spirit. And of course, Sunday in the Premiership, Bulls SC Academy travel out to Popondetta Park for the final time. Of course, Western City Rangers, of course, relegated back to League One Women's next season, but they could potentially be, if they turn up this weekend, as Pell and Pepino were challenging for the wall. If the Rangers beat Bulls FC Academy, geez, what an upset that would be. Foul conceded by Gladesville, and it'll be a free kick. So, ready to come into the side, Josie Allen, another former Newcastle Jet, ready to make her first minutes of this match tonight. Well, that'll be the third substitution about to happen, as assistant referee Amber Morris puts her name into the book for the substitutions. Down to Chinama. Spirit still yet to make substitutions into their side as Chinama look to strike it. We'll look to find Halmarek, but unfortunately, Halmarek was protesting and she thought there must have been a foul conceded there by Gladesville, but unfortunately, Michaela Ryan, the referee, didn't want to know. Play on as the call as Cooney Cross wins the ball. Prakash brings it up. Being pressured there by Halls. And down to Fuller once again. Fuller trying to fool Kesha Allen. She'll have a strike. Keeps it out in the goal area. There was Coleman and almost fumbled it in the process, but saves it just in time. Paparidis finds Kenny Cross, and now it'll be Prakash again. Down to Fuller. Courtesy of Breyer. Oh, Halmarek coming in on the burst to try and strike it into the net. But she falls over in the process, and the substitution about to be made. And it will be Gisela Pepino that will finish up for the night. She's had a very good game as well. And she's got a smile on her face, which matters the most. Applause plenty from the Gladesville fans. Well done to Gisela. And coming on is Josie Allen. She's worked up a bit of a sweat as well, Gisela. Well done. But Josie Allen will now go onto the right edge for Gladesville. Pepino had a number of attempts on target during her time on the field. She should have scored a goal the way she's been playing tonight. Been playing very well. Daxo swings around with her feet in the ball as they go backwards, and it'll be struck away by Coleman as they look to continue this one-goal lead. Into the 70th minute of this match, the final match day of the season for these two sides. Gladesville already locking in 12th position, but at the moment, Hills United, at this stage, if they remain with the scores as is, they'll finish in 10th position. If Spirit don't win tonight.
Guys, get the line up! We're too deep, we're causing issues!
Coleman has to, Fuller was just playing a little bit of chicken there. So Coleman. just quickly picked up the ball. Finds Roberts, goes over the top and will be headed away by Sullivan and then Breyer. And now it's Shani Cooney Cross, who goes across the field and will look to find Morrow, and Morrow, unfortunately, couldn't get to the ball in time. Still no substitutions yet by Spirit FC. They also have a substitute goalkeeper tonight who's coming up from the Girls Youth League under 16s side. Zara Kafaf, who's making her first grade, I think that'll be her first grade debut. But very unlikely we'll be seeing her tonight at this point, because the way that Elise Opatisano has been playing, she has been playing really, really well in the goal. Karmas wants to play it. She's looking to head it away back towards the centre of the field. She finds Shannon, and Shannon down to Caparitas. There'll be a throw in.
One to go, one sit off.
Of course, Josie Allen, former Newcastle Jet, joining her teammate Caparitas onto the field this evening. Prakash wins the ball. That'll be taken back by Gladesville. Down to Kilbride. Daxo ready to receive the ball. She's saying, come on, let's pass it down my way. Struck now. And unfortunately, there was no one within Kui to pick the ball up there. Scarmadella that had a strike there. Will be a goal kick to Spirit.
Commitment to get on the ball here, Raven.
Daxo and Halmarick challenge for the ball, as does Allen and Fuller. Halmarick, now Halls, looking to steal it. Ooh, foul conceded by Karmas on Prakash again in the wars. But she gets up and plays on. It's been the third time she's had a clash there. Now it'll be played by Pridmore. Mistimes it and will be found there by Caparitas. And to Scarmadella. We'll now find Josie Allen, and Allen, good dribbling. She brings it up towards the centre. She's looking to pass it. She hesitates there, has been pressured there by Pridmore, and Spirit get the ball back. The frustrations there by Tony Candy, the caretaker coach, while Lauren Phelps and her partner welcomed in a newborn child in the last few weeks. Winnie is the name, little daughter. So congratulations to Lauren and her partner and their families. Wonderful news. She is here tonight, by the way. Halmarick looks to win the advantage inside the penalty area, being challenged by Caparitas. Looking to strike, goes over the across the face there, and will be a goal kick to Gladesville. It was Morrow that had the attempt on goal. 74th minute of play now. Now, played there by Daxo, looking to find Roberts. Roberts will now look to pass to Camus, intercepted by Spirit. Janama kicks it away, and Allen will just headed it back towards Roberts, but unfortunately will go out, and will be Fuller that will bring it back in for Spirit. Halmarick looks to head of that one back towards Breyer. They get the ball back to Sullivan, and now will be Fuller again. On the western side, their left edge. Halmarick being challenged by Halls. Breyer.
Help us out! Josie, help!
Josie Allen been told, move up. She'll win the ball now for Gladesville. She'll play it. Now being challenged there by Pell. She wins the ball, but it will be taken back by Cooney Cross. Halls wins the ball again. And now she'll have the advantage. Looking to find Morgan Roberts. She's within the range. She'll look to strike. That's a goal for Morgan Roberts. You could sense something was brewing there for Gladesville. And after time after time after time of striking on target, it's Morgan Roberts that gets the job done and puts Gladesville 2-0 up. Her first goal since round 23. And what a confidence booster heading into 2027. So it's Gladesville Ravens 2, Spirit FC 0. That was really nice play. And what a way to finish it off by Morgan Roberts. Now Spirit are on the back foot. There goes the music in the background to celebrate. Spirit can still claw back his 2-goal deficit. They've shown some glimpses of brilliance here as Fuller now wins the ball to Prakash again, the young Matilda, but struck away by Kilbride. Klarmas looks to find Roberts again, as well as Chinama, but Chinama denies Roberts the chance to play the advantage, and there will be a throw into Gladesville. So the last game that Spirit FC won was just last week against Manly United, 3-1 victors. They don't want to end the season on a losing night as Halmarick wins the ball. Will be challenged by Allen as she brings it back towards the centre circle. She stops and hesitates. Now looking to find Pell. The Caparitas and also goes out, and will be a throw into Spirit. And Tony Candy a little bit disappointed with the direction Caparitas was looking to play the ball there, and it will be throw into Spirit. In fact, it might be a corner. No, it will be a free kick. So foul conceded by Caparitas. And it will be Tiana Fuller that will now look to play the free kick. Set piece in play for both of these teams as Spirit looks to claw one back. Headed away by Kilbride, but back towards Prakash. Again, Shannon applying a lot of pressure, as is Till Kilbride. And it will be another throw in for Spirit. Well, this youthful approach by Tony Candy tonight has really worked wonders. The way that Kaylee Shannon has played, she has done exceptionally well. Kilbride goes over the top and finds Shannon. She was looking to header it forward. We'll find Allen and Daxo, but goes into the direction of Spirit through Prakash. And now it will be played by Morrow down to... Oh, towards Fuller. Fuller being pressured by Daxo again, out of the penalty area. Chinama. And Shannon. I've been so impressed with this youngster tonight. And still no substitute changes by Spirit FC. It'll be a very, very hearty performance by all 11 women on the field right now as Karmas plays it. She'll now play it to Josie Allen. And Allen Being challenged now by Cooney Cross. Gets around Cooney Cross. You have a striker goal, but will go into the safe hands of Apatisano. Oh, Halls was looking to play the advantage there. Down now to Breyer. Breyer to Prakash again. Into the final 10 minutes of this match and the season for both of these teams. Down now to Pell. Pell goes long range. Caught brilliantly. And, oh dear, that was Hal Marek. She's taken quite a wind out of her sails, as has Coleman. Well, Hal Marek is up and okay, but Coleman intended, now the doctors rushing onto the field to be tended to. Let's not forget that we do have a substitute goalkeeper in Michaela Kent, so she could be called in. So we'll definitely have quite a bit of stoppage time added on in this final minutes of the season for both the Gladesville Ravens and Northwestern Sydney Spirit. As Aaron Pridmore comes over, gets some replenishments, as does a number of the other players. Good news is that Coleman's going to stay on. That's fantastic. Well played tonight by Ruby Sullivan as well. So Kilbride brings it up as play gets back underway. Goes long. Still no sign of movement from the Spirit bunker. They look to keep playing the entire 90 minutes with all of their original 11 players. Maybe they might feel like it's a good thing. They can play. They've been very persistent all night as Cooney Cross offloads it down to Pell. Pell ready to offload it to Morrow, but instead goes to Cooney Cross instead. Karmas wins the ball. Karmas, Roberts has to just dive a little bit and will be chased now by Sullivan, and Sullivan passes it back to Apatisano, and it will be a throw into Gladesville. Roberts. Shannon, she'll have an attempt at goal. Headed away. Chance. Oh, what a goal! And that was just, well, Gladesville is saying it's an own goal, and it looks like it was an own goal. Look at it again. It was the kick by Kaylee Shannon. And yeah, it was an own goal, and Gladesville celebrate. And Kaylee Shannon will come off to finish the night. You can unofficially say that she scored that goal there, but she has played absolutely brilliantly tonight. Mukusanaga will come on to finish for the night. So an own goal by Spirit FC means that Gladesville will get the 3 points and break a 9-game winless streak of 5 draws and 4 losses. And they lead 3-0 over Spirit FC. Well, disappointing end to the season for Spirit FC, no question. But Gladesville, they'll be happy to finish on a very, very positive note. After 9 weeks of struggle, there have been positives where they managed to keep Bulls FC and UNSW to draws. A strike now for Spirit, but struck away by Caparitas. And again, Morrow goes long to Pridmore. Now, Sullivan shall have a striker goal. Struck away over the top by Eliza Coleman, and the Gladesville fans are happy with that. It's been a great night for Gladesville, no question. A great way to bounce back after what has been a disappointing second half of the season. As I mentioned before, quite a number of experts and pundits within the Football New South Wales sphere said Gladesville probably one of the sides that should be competitive and play finals football, but it just hasn't gone their way this year. So the corner to be taken by Spirit. Coleman punches it away and kicked away also by Morgan Roberts. And there will be a free kick to Gladesville. The final 5 minutes of the 2026 Premiership season for both Gladesville and Spirit. And it will be Kilbride that will play it, and she'll go long down to Roberts. What a goal she played just before. Kilbride. In fact, it was Annie Halls that played it. Now it'll be Cooney Cross as Halls looks to apply some pressure here. Sullivan was looking to try and take the offload from Cooney Cross, and it will be a throw into Gladesville as they're approaching. The one yellow card each for both Zoe Caparitas and Sky Halmarick, respectively. Halmarick gets the ball. But kept away there by Kilbride. Back into the possession now of Breyer. Sunaga tries to header that one. Breyer gets possession back. Smothered by Caparitas. Foul conceded by Spirit, and it will be a free kick to Gladesville. Well, for those watching at home from the Hills United side of things, very pleased to say you'll finish inside the top 10 in your first season in NPL New South Wales Women's. Congratulations to Paul Tassers and his side for finishing in the top 10. What a way to start your opening campaign in NPL New South Wales Women's. Halls being pressured by Prakash, and now it'll be Caparitas that goes towards the left side to find Allen, but Allen just lets that one go out. It will be a throw into Spirit. Like I said, well done to Hills United. I'm sure they've been watching tonight, keen to know if they'll finish either 10th or 11th, but they now know that 10th is now secured, a top 10 placing. As Halls wins the ball, she looks to get around Breyer, and she brings it up, looks to find Karmas. She might put the finishing touches there, but unfortunately couldn't get an attempt on goal. And will be taken back by Spirit through Apatisano, now passed it to Prakash. 89th minute, couple of minutes remaining before stoppage time, and now be played by Breyer down to Cooney Cross. Breyer. She'll go long down towards Fuller, and she'll let the ball settle. Allen, not leaving her eyes off the ball. As Fuller weighs up her options, she'll now look to pass it to Prakash. She's within penalty area. Being pressured by Daxo. Daxo trying to intercept it. She does so brilliantly. Comes back in the area now of Halmarick. But Glades will get it back through Roberts. Down to Karmas, and Karmas a bit frustrated with that. Final minute of play of the season before stoppage time. And Spirit will finish, likely to finish without making any substitutions. As Caparitas now plays it. There's open space. Pell looking to challenge, trying to get around Caparitas. She wins the ball for Spirit. Morrow keeps the ball in play. Will be chased now by Halls. Caparitas again. Prakash. Final minute of play before stoppage time. Prakash dribbles it up inside Gladesville territory. Oh, Now Karmas was mistimed there by Breyer. Down now to Josie Allen. She'll play the advantage. There's open space. She'll look to have a striker goal. She hesitates a little bit. She'll strike that. Oh! Off the post there. And an attempt by Daxo. Oh! What an effort. We're in stoppage time now, and it will be a corner. So is it a corner or is it going to be a throw-in? It's going to be a throw-in. What a way to end the night. What a way to end the season if you're a Gladesville supporter. Allen almost got the job done to make it 4-0. Allen. Foul conceded by Gladesville. It will be a free kick. And it will be Daxo that will take the free kick. And it will be a corner. Well, time quickly running out. There's the short corner taken, and it will be another yellow card, and to Gladesville this time, and it will be to Annie Daxo, who gets the foul. Oh, who gets the yellow card, I'm sorry. So 2 yellow cards tonight for Gladesville. Prakash. Roberts takes the intercept, but it's intercepted back now by Sullivan. Time's running out for Spirit to try and get a consolation goal. Down to Kaparides. Looks to find Josie Allen. Keeps the ball in play too. Good play by Josie. Brings it up towards the penalty area, blocked by Pridmore. And she now goes to Sunaga. Sunaga being blocked there by Pridmore. Now struck by Scamadella. Goes down into the safe hands of Opatisano. Sunaga, good pass to Daxo again. They play the advantage. Feels like Spirit have kind of given up. Down to Roberts. And call is, it will be a Spirit throw in. No signs. I'm still shocked. Spirit not making any substitutions. Down to find Sunaga. They play the advantage here. Gladesville. It will be Pridmore calls for a handball. And it will be a foul conceded by Gladesville. And it will be a free kick to Spirit. It's time's for now running out. We're into the 4th minute of stoppage time. Struck long by Breyer. Picked up quickly by Coleman. And that is full time for both Gladesville and Spirit FC for the 2026 season. And Gladesville have snapped a 9-game winless streak to finish off with a much vital 3 points to finish the season 12th overall. Well done to Gladesville. It's probably the best they've played in many, many weeks. A full-time score, Gladesville 3, Spirit FC 0. The goal scorers, Hannah McNulty, Morgan Roberts, and then the own goal by Spirit. Unofficially, you could say that was Carly Shen that probably took the goal there with that kick that in the attempt by Spirit to try and keep it out of the goal area, but it went in. But what a game for Gladesville. They'll finish the season 12th overall in the Premiership with 26 points. They'll finish equal with Spirit FC. It'll be very interesting to see where they will finish in terms of the points. In fact, I think they'll finish 11th because they'll have a superior points to goal difference, to Spirit FC. So yeah, they'll finish 11th. And Spirit FC will finish 12th. So there you go. So a very positive end to the night and to the season for Gladesville. Spirit, a lot of what could have been. A lot of ups and downs, and they'll look to put their attentions on 2027 with a positive focus as they move forward into the new year. Thank you for watching on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed the match. It's been a very nice way to end the season for both of these teams. I'll be back on Sunday night. The Western Sydney Wanderers take on Sydney Olympic. But, of course, finals implications for both the University of New South Wales and Bulls FC Academy. They play this weekend. Uni take on Hills on Saturday afternoon in the Village Green. On Sunday, Bulls FC Academy take on the Western Sydney Wanderers at Popajetta Park. But for now, it is a very good night from Gladesville's, well, from Christie Park, I'm sorry, here in the Arctic Circle. I'm Connor McNally. It's a great night for Gladesville. They finish the season victors, 3-0 winners over Spirit FC. Good night. We'll see you over the weekend.